Hey, this is Bill, and in this video we're going to go over using the trading signals from the eTrader software. Now, you can use the eTrader where you have to set up your accounts, determine your Bitcoin, keep an eye on the market, and then let the software trade on your behalf. Or some people may not be aware, the eTrader does offer signals of what to buy, when to buy, and how much to pay for it, and then you can go ahead, turn around and set up a sell order. And so that's what I want to go over here in this video. Now, a couple important things. Of course, trading is always risky, and so it's really encouraged that you would have an idea of the coins that you're purchasing and then reselling. The reason I say that is if you happen to get hold of a coin that is being pumped up artificially through social media or whatever, and it comes crashing down, that's unfortunate. You want to make sure that the coin has a company behind it, some technology, a real business plan. And that's not very hard to do if you Google the coin, or you go into crypto compare and check it out. See right there, we just got a notification for the trading signals, and we're going to go over that in a second. But yeah, I just don't want you to take on things without some level of investigation and due diligence. Okay, so now we saw that notification come up. You may have heard that. Some people may not be aware where it's coming from. I know I didn't the first time. But there are two different signals that show up. One is like this, and really what that's doing is it's telling you that that's scanning Polynex, which is another good point that I need to bring up, but it'll come up here as we go through. And then there's the other signal that is actually telling you what to buy, how much to pay for it, how much to sell it at, and the currencies to use for that. So let's go over it now. Here I am right on the dashboard. Some of these are new, these latest updates. I would definitely suggest you keep up with this. It's really great work that they're doing to make the software better and better. Here we see the most recent signals. You can see here if you had made this purchase earlier today, you'd be up almost 1%. Here's a little over 0.5%. Here's some Omizy Go. But if you want to get all the signals, we would come over here to the left-hand menu and we click on Signals. I should also recommend, if you're going to do this manual trading using signals, it's a good idea that you're going to be around a computer. You don't want to have that fear and be constantly looking at things, but it is a form of day trading, and you certainly want to be aware of what's happening. Okay, some of those notifications will also tell you if you are holding a certain coin to sell it, because the software sees the trend that it's going down, and to avoid a loss, it does encourage to sell. When you first come to the signal page, you're going to see these two bars. The higher the better, meaning that this will go across like a thermometer, and when it's green and when it's heading in the up direction here, it's good. On the flip side, it turns red and goes into a negative number. That means the market is very bearish and is a time to be very cautious if you're going to do anything. But when you have green and going high, it's a good time to be trading the altcoins like this. So what we see here is a number of signals, and let's break this down. This is telling us to buy Ethereum Classic using Tether. We're going to do a 1% target. That would be the profit, 1%. And so it's saying to buy Ethereum Classic at 13.68 USDT, which is Tether. Okay, and then it's suggesting to sell it at 13.8168. All right, and you can see exactly when that was pulled up. Now this time is about 4 hours ahead. something like that, because it's using a different time zone than perhaps the one you're in. But I think from what I'm seeing here, it's probably about 4 hours ahead. Okay. Now, you will find some of these that the targets are higher. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that was over 5%. But here you see where this Bitcoin to, I'm not familiar with that coin, it's actually gone up 7% since it made the call actually earlier today. So if you had decided to take action on this, used a considerable amount of money, you could have had a really nice profit here. And there are people that will do the research on a coin if they really see it trending up. Even though you may hit the 1% target, they feel that it's going to keep going. So they'll cancel their sell order and they'll wait on it and see where it goes. Maybe it goes 5%, 7%, some will go as high as 20 and 30%, and even higher. But you're going to want to, but if it starts to go the other way, now you've got that cushion. Of course, at that point, you'd want to sell and get out of that coin, unless you decide it's something you want to hold long term. So you can go through all these and you can see all the pairings and just get an idea of what's been taking place there. So let's actually take a look at this pairing right here, Bitcoin to Zcash. Okay, so it told us to buy at 0.0262 yada yada. Now you could still get in on this, if you wanted to make 0.35%. But what I wanted to point out in particular, you'll see that the price of Zcash right now on Poloniex is 0.02622. Over here on Bittrex is 0.02625. In this case, it's actually a little higher right now on Bittrex, whereas sometimes it's higher on Poloniex. So it is possible that you get this signal, it's a coin that you want to trade, you go to purchase it on Bittrex and it's actually lower than this Poloniex number here, which is a good thing. That puts you already into a greater margin of profit. Okay, and then of course you want to set up your sell order right away. Now in this case, let's say the 1% target is going to be this here, but let's say you want to do a 3% target. Well, what would then be your sell order placed at? Just want to kind of walk through some simple math with you. You can always use the address bar here on your browser as a calculator. So we're going to put in that, and then we're going to multiply it, which is an asterisk here in the address bar, and we're going to use 1.03. Now that's going to give us the 3% margin number to use on our sell order. You're going to want to go 8 decimal places over because that is the denomination of Bitcoin. So you would take this would be 3% margin if you wanted. Again, at the same time, you may have a intuition that it's going to go to 5%, but you have to go out, so you want to set up a sell order at 5%. Again, you can just change the 3 to a 5. Here's the 5% number to use on your sell order, and that would end up changing the 1% target to a 5% target. Now you're not going to see this change because all you're doing is changing that in your Bittrex HitBTC account, and you're setting up that sell order. But that's really the real fundamental to using the signals. Finding a coin that you like, it has a good track record, determining the target. It's always safe to go with what the software is suggesting, but if you again have some intuition or you see a trend, then you might want to cancel that sell order and reconfigure your target percentage and then put that in there. But yeah, it can be a lot of fun. There are people that have been doing very well, making 7% trades. One person told me they even had 100% profit on one trade that they did. So with that, have some fun with the signal trading.